Oh, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Listen, y'all make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. If you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. Even now, Patreon at Shar's Reality number 6. If you aren't following my backup page, go ahead and follow me at Shar's World number 6. This is not a chat for children, so if you're a child, you probably should exit stage left. Hello to all my newcomers. Hello to all my flip floppers. And hello to all my day ones. Hello and lottie dottie to everybody. What up, checkmates? What's up? Let's see who's in the chat. Paper Chaser, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Hi, Gwen. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Lori in the building. What's up? Make it do what it do, what it do. Hi, Belle. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Cynthia in the chat says, I'm here, honey. I am here. Hi, Janet. How are you? Thank you for coming back for another segment of We Ain't Even Got Time for the Bull. Okay? Hi, April. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Listen, it looks like YouTube is sending my notifications out very slowly. So if you would be so kind to share the live so that folks can know that I am over here and doing an amazing job. And I got something to say. I do feel like I'm getting a little cold. I don't know if that happened overnight. I feel very congested. My head don't feel so sweet and swift, honey. So I'm not going to. Every time I say I'm not going to be here the whole live, the whole hour, I end up being here. So I'm gonna stop saying it. I'm just going to try to make it under an hour because I need to rest my voice. I don't know what's going on with it. I thought I was going to have the energy and the time to come from Marty Moore on yesterday when the news was released, but baby, I wasn't able to do so. And for his sake, I'm kind of glad that I didn't because baby, I was boiling, like I was moving around in my seat, like, is this what you want or not? So I was ready for him on yesterday. And only thing that was going through my head was when he keeps saying, Melody, don't lie on me. You're bullying me. Or he always saying, I'm gonna tell the truth. This is the season for telling the truth. You ain't tell the truth since we known your ass. Okay. So when are you going to start telling the truth? When? Because how do you debunk or diffuse these kinds of allegations in these court documents? The judge ain't lying on you. The prosecutors ain't lying on you. Her people ain't lying on you. So what you gonna say now? Now this is out of Melody's hands. This is the actual court documents. So who's lying on you now, Marty Mar? Who's lying? And my daughter, she's 14, remind you, okay? And I usually listen to my videos in the car with my earphones, but today I happen to be popping through on the videos. And I was listening to, I want to say Empress. I was listening to Empress intake on something, and she was like, cut it out. Boy, she is done with you. The 14-year-old, okay? She was like, she is done with you. She was like, you don't get to show them pictures of, their mother with other men. That is too much. The 14-year-old knew better, okay? So I turned around and I chuckled because, first of all, how you hear me through these earphones, okay? Second of all, the baby got sense, all right? So why the hell can't a grown man have sense? What is that going to do that she's out and has been very honest and transparent with her children since the very beginning? That me and daddy are no longer an idol. Remember that Mariah was crying because when she went to the place that her and Martell once had together as their business, she remembered them together. So it was very emotional for them. And she was able to have a conversation with her and explain to her, it's going to get better. This is where we are now. So she's been transparent with them from the beginning, sucker. Okay. So I say all that to say, who are you to try to go and embarrass her to her children who thinks the world of her? Okay. Hi Mama Bees, how are you? And welcome to the chat. I want to know what the court going to do. Child, something gotta be done, Bill. Something has to be done. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again because this is why we see so many cases like this going wrong. Because by the time courts decide which way they're going to go or make a move, it's too late. Martell is off his rocker, okay? And he should have been ordered more than a psych evaluation. He probably should have been ordered a diagnosis or something of that nature, okay? Something that will put this man on the spectrum or off the spectrum, okay? And put him back on his rockers because It's not, listen, y'all, this is not going to be cute. Okay. Let's see. And his son didn't lie on him. He admitted to what his son said in court, what he did to him. Exactly. That baby ain't lying on you. And like I told you, he's torturing Tank because he knows that Tank is going to be a much better man than he is, right? And he hates the relationship Melody has with. I was going to stream this from my other channel as well, but I couldn't figure out how to get my other channel on live on StreamYard. So I'll just do some pre-record and some clip and paste and or whatever to put it over there because I feel like it's essential for this kind of situation on my family channel because I deal with children, I deal with my children, I deal with different type of relationships that they go into, and also co-parenting, right? And what it looks like to be in a relationship where the man that you're with is not the father of your children, and what do you got to go through that? So I felt like this was essential for that channel, but I couldn't figure it out. So we just gonna rock it from here. Then I'll do some editing later to place over there for those appropriate parts. But he hates the relationship that Tank has with his mother. He hates the fact that Melody continues to show Tank an abundance of love, right? As she should. Okay. Um, there's always a place for a man like Marty Marr, okay? And unfortunately, the place is not walking the society, okay? He really should be captivated, if you get my drift, okay? He should be, he need more than behind bars, all right? I don't think that it's safe for him to walk the universe right now. I really don't. Honestly, I really, really, really don't. And any person that could come and ride with Martell on this, forget about everything else he did disgustingly. If you can rock with him on this, oh baby, I feel sorry for your house and your household, okay? Um, Happy birthday. Is it Dami? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I hope I didn't butcher your name, but I am the queen of butchering the name. I put it in the blender and chop it the hell up, but no harm attended. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Happy birthday. Birthdays are amazing. It's so special. And a lot of us don't get to see them. So happy birthday. We pray that you have an abundance of love and support around you. Happy, happy, happy birthday from the checkmates and myself. Yeah, happy birthday. Always be cute. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Happy Friday to everyone. I hit that like button. Thank you so much. We're going to be all over the place today because, like I said, I feel like I'm coming down with the cold and I haven't really prepared which angle I wanted to come from, but I'm definitely coming from somewhere. You're going to feel my draft when I get there, okay? But y'all hit the like button. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Birthdays are so important. I don't think we get a chance to celebrate them enough. And depending on who you with, they want to water your birthday down because their mama watered theirs down all their life. So now they're telling you you can't turn the hell up. Get somebody else to do it. Okay. It's not going to be Shar. I turn up for everything. Everything is a celebration. Okay. If the hot cakes was cooked correctly, we celebrating. Woo child. Yes, we celebrating. He is just a liar, no good, and the show needs to take him off the show. And that's another thing, Bill. Check it. When will enough be enough, right? You guys keep saying that Melody is lying on him, or Carlos said on numerous occasions he don't think it was to that extent. Just keep covering for him after this man been proven to just jump over cheers and try to get to people that doesn't have nothing to do but support Melody as in the makeup artist. Like come on, like when is enough enough, right? So I have to really, 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 if God doesn't do something with Marty Moore, he's going to definitely do something with CK for his ignorance, okay? And I'll sit back and wait because I know we serve a faithful God, okay? And God is going to handle him accordingly for allowing the shenanigans to go on based off of viewership. This ain't cute. This ain't funny. This is horrible, okay? Um, so no, we can't get with that. We definitely cannot. Thanks for making me feel special. I hope I did. I'm glad I can do that for you. Dr. Ann in the building. What's up, Dr. Ann? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Take something for it. I'm definitely am. I don't know what happened, Belle. It literally just sprung up out of nowhere. And I feel like I'm overheating a little bit, but I also had a drastic transition in my life, especially family sides wise. And I've been running ever since this happened. And this happened on the 10th of April, and I've been running nonstop. So I believe my body is now giving me the opportunity to slow down. But I want to take care of me first, and taking care of me first, make sure that my house can be taken care of. And part of that is blogging, right? And I don't want to forget my goal nor come away from that. Okay. So thank you for being concerned. I appreciate that. It's time he won't leave, and CK won't let him go. So Mel, yeah, I agree, Marcy. I agree totally, and I hope that God does, reveal some things to her, her private time with Him that would allow her a clear conscience, and making that decision sooner rather than later, right? Janice says the way Martell has shown his aggression on the show to get at Mel, and them men on the show had to hold him back off camera, was probably worse for Mel. Those kids probably saw a lot in their home. And that's another thing I was going to get to, Janet. 1 second, we're going to get to that. Um, Paper Chaser is saying happy birthday. Please slow down. I definitely will. I definitely will. And I even came to the conclusion that whatever the final results will be, that will be God's final results, right? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress myself out. I have extended, my family and I has extended ourselves beyond measures, and we've done all that God is going to allow us to do in this particular case. And we're not going to stress ourselves out of the income, out of the outcome. We're just going to be happy with the time that God allowed us, and wherever it go from here, we're putting it in God's hand, because the system is corrupt, unfortunately, and we don't know how it's going to swing, but we've done all we can, and we have stood in the race this long. So I know that the 8th is the next court date for us with this incident. So, whatever God is going to allow during that time, we're welcoming it. Okay. We have already let it go. My sister and I are very, close. Also, we're praying, woman of God, and we know that God has the final say, and whatever God wants to do, He's going to do. And again, our interests will always be those children. And unfortunately, we just can't make people swallow common sense nor wisdom. So we just got to sit back and allow some things to unfold on its own, if that makes sense. Uh, is it Mika Baby Green? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yes, everyone is saying happy birthday. Who are these judges and what are they thinking? I agree with you. Blessed to you and yours, Shar. Thank you, Dr. Ann. I appreciate you for that. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Let's get back to Janet comment. I'm going to highlight her for a second, because my 14-year-old, when she was talking about it this morning, she said, "Ooh, if he's doing that to the babies with the hot sauce and the soap, I can only imagine what he did to Melanie." Now we talk about a baby, right? From the mouth of babes, right? And while Melanie probably will never ever say to the full extent what she had to endure in the entirety, in the home with Martell, we can rest assured some things definitely happen. Because if he is willing to make those children suffer for the choice that their mother made to leave him, we can only imagine to what extent he will go to hurt Melody when she disagreed with his tactics or his way of doing things. Okay. And I can only imagine what he's doing to Arion, who's young and dumb, right? Or any other woman that doesn't have a voice of their own, a family to support them. Martell looks for people that is broken. Unfortunately, there's nothing he can do with someone that's already wholesome. Okay, he looks for people that've been through some things that will rely on him and depend on him to think for them. And Arion is the first exhibit of that. Okay, so listen, I've been there, and I've always been transparent about my story. This is not my first rodeo, but I also know that when some of those moments when I wanted some things to stop, and I would go to my sister and I would say to my sister, "Well, this is the first time," and my sister would say, "No, this ain't the first time, baby. This doesn't just come out of nowhere." But I was reluctant to lie because a part of me wanted to still be a part of the individual, okay? Or a part of me wanted to still make that person out to be a great individual, but it only hurt me in the long run, where God left me, pulled me basically up to a brick wall, and basically made me run through that wall, where I came out not no voice, no nothing, where I had to make a choice no matter what. And that choice was heartbreaking. It sucked, but it was necessary in the season of what I was at, right? And that's for both incidents. So this is very triggering for myself, I'm sure, along with other people. um, it's just something that we have to talk about. Okay, so if it's too much for you guys, go ahead, and go ahead about your business. I won't hold it to your heart, but we definitely going to talk about it because it has to be talked about. These court systems are just not flying straight, and I don't know what's going to take for them to make better decisions, but a lot of them are failing our families. And a lot of them are failing our families to the point where we are burying our children based off the hands of the individual that could not swallow rejection. Okay, so we're praying for it wholeheartedly. Okay. um, OG, what's up, baby? Welcome to the chat. The only way to stop all of this crazy stuff is to stop CK by not watching. That is the reality. Everyone wants to watch the support to support Mel, but the reality is to support Mel, support CK. That's so true. So you got to try to find a way, right? Amen. I pray for you and your family. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, please, peace and blessings to everyone. Audrey, welcome to the chat, baby. Welcome to the chat. Yes, the children saw something. I believe absolutely. Um, Mama Beast is speaking to everyone. I pray that God build a hedge fence of protection around the family. Absolutely. Um, Hi, Patrice. Good afternoon, Shar. Happy Friday. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Um, yes, the children saw something. We read that one. Um, Blessings to you and yours. Okay, we got that one. All right. So first thing first, okay, for him, and I'm jumping around this court documents, guys, because I don't want to go in order. Okay, I want to do what's soothing enough for me. So I'm sorry if you're like a person that's an order type of individual. I'm going to go out of order. I think that the kids was interviewed by the court. Yeah, for the extent of the wording that's in the documentation, I can only imagine. Um, because they can talk for themselves, right? They can tell. Even the babies, when parents think that they can manipulate the children and lie, the babies aren't smart enough to trick the system, nor the therapist, nor the court or the judge, right? So they're going to eventually open their mouth and tell one way or another, okay? Um, Hello, God bless you and keep you safe. Absolutely. Is it Hydea? Welcome to the chat. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but welcome to the chat. Martell make Mel and the kids leave without anything, not even their beds, but he's a good guy. And that's all I keep hearing also, right? I'm a good father. I'm a good father. Like God, I'm a good father. I take care of all five of my kids. But the court documents also said that, Melody had to bring food to them on different occasions, which we already knew about that. And people are saying, oh, these are old documents. No, it's not old documents because in the old documents, her name was not changed yet. And the fact that they're changed now would say that these are new things. And it led from her doing a modification of the original agreement per the divorce. Okay. She's modifying those things based off the events that has taken place since the divorce. Okay, so some people like to be stupid willingly. Okay, some people like to play dumb willingly. Okay, and some people like to flip the narrative because it's what they are or who they are, and they don't like to check themselves, so they have a problem with checking other people, right? So I say get the hell up out of here with that. We don't believe you nor him, right? The court documents are very fresh and very new, and the truth is there, right? Ain't no turning that around if you wanted to. How do you come back from this? Okay. The court documents state that Martell, let me hold on, guys. The court documents state that Martell basically put the phone up to the children at some point, and showed them different dates that the mother was on, which would be Melody. Okay. Now, in a two-parent household where children are used um, to seeing their parents together, that's traumatizing in itself, right? because there's going to be some detangleizing that those parents have to do at their own individual times to prove to the children, look, mommy and daddy was once, but we're not anymore. However, the children has to go through that until they understand that, okay? And for you to put that phone up into them to their face says that you didn't give a damn about those children. You didn't care about how they would feel by the end of that video. All you cared about was showing or painting Melanie to be the slut that you created her to be in your own mind, okay? And I believe, again, I'll say it wholeheartedly, that she has been faithful to you. She stood the test with you. And that's why she's so blessed in her ministry now and all the gifts and all the lavish stuff that God has gifted her with. She's so blessed because God rewards her faithfulness, okay? And you don't understand that. We know, Marty Mark, you don't understand that because you're such a liar, such a manipulative person that you can't understand that, right? So how dare you put the phone up to the children like, look at your mom out here living her life when she's supposed to be home waiting for y'all. See, here's the thing. Let me newsflash you, and this goes for everybody that co-parenting. We don't owe you shit. You understand? We don't owe you anything. With that being said, when it's your time with the children, you go ahead and have your time. I don't give a damn what I choose to do during my time without my children. If I decide to open my legs times 10, that's what the hell I'm going to do. If I decide to open my mouth times 10, that's what the hell I'm going to do. If I decide to flip it over and hang it backwards, guess what? That's what the hell I'm going to do. My children are not present. They are not in the environment that I choose to hang it all over the place, okay? And that has nothing to do with the ex, okay? I know, Martell, that's hard for you to swallow because you have a notion or something in your head that makes you believe that because you were once married to Melody that she owes you something. But here's a reality check for your ass. She doesn't owe you shit, okay? She doesn't owe you shit. She didn't owe you shit when y'all was together, and she damn sure don't owe you shit now. Does that make sense? Okay? So I want you to pipe it down times 10. You're a disgusting human being. And like you recorded the baby some time back when you recorded her, saying, well, you recorded her telling you what you was asking her a bunch of questions. How do you fix your face to do some of this stuff? It's very strange and weird to me. Okay, so that's the first thing that was in the court documents. But also in those court documents, the agreement was that they were not allowed to use corporal punishment. Martell at some point used corporal punishment as in hot sauce and soap. Now I said to myself, you mean a whole bar of soap in these children's mouth? Now that's an old technique that our grandparents used to use, put it in your mouth. You want to say cuss words and all that stuff. But what day and age are we in now? Okay, that shit ain't cool. It wasn't cool back then, but they got away with a lot of shit then than we could now. Okay, that shit is torture. It is abuse, if you ask me. Okay, so you putting hot sauce in their mouth? Like, was it the whole bottle? Was it the half a bottle? Like, what was your purpose in that? And I say all the time, and I say it now, I believe that your corporate punishment was based on what you were feeling on in that moment. And what I mean by that is, I believe like you might have went on social media and saw Melanie doing something that you didn't approve of. Then you went back to the children if they were in your custody at that time, and you may have tortured them for what you saw and had no control over on social media. So you just get offline and just fuck with the kids because it's what you want to do, right? And it's just messed up that you will just go so low and you always tell me they are my babies. You don't love them babies, Marty Martin. I don't give a damn who says different, okay? Because love doesn't look like that, okay? You don't love those babies. You have no desire to love those babies. Um, uh, I was like a bar of soap, absolutely. You don't love those babies. You have no intentions on loving those babies. You don't give a damn about those babies. All you care about is benefiting from those babies. And if there was a way that you were able to show them on social media to benefit from them without sticking it to Melody, we know you would, okay? And Arion, like I said, I know that he's doing the same shit over there to your kids while you talking about Martell is a good daddy. I'm not going over there and getting no custody papers. We don't do all that. You don't do all that because you're scared, in my opinion, okay? You're scared as hell. You know if you make the wrong move, he gonna bust your ass out. Okay, we're gonna call a thing the thing, okay? Even while I'm over here sick, I'm gonna tell you, You not going to admit that Martell is a terrible dude and a terrible father, even though we already know better, okay? Because you scared as a motherfucker. You know that if you say the wrong thing, he gonna come over there with his batshit crazy ass eyes and whoop up on you. Does that make sense? Okay, so we know for a fact that Melody wasn't the first target and she won't be the last target. This man is really, really unbalanced, in my opinion, right? And it's going to take a lot of psychological training of the mind for him to get back on the right track. And unfortunately, I would have my kids around him right now anyway. Okay. And Melody asked for day visits, and no overnight visits. Hell, shit. The way he running, he might do something to him during the day visits too. But I guess she just wanted to be fair, like she's not trying to rip the children away from him. But baby, he doesn't need anything until he gets his mental check. Period. He is such a dangerous person. I agree. 70 in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Y'all hit the like button. Martell needs to be removed from the show. He and CK are behind all of this crap. I agree. He already besting her butt. Oh, busting her butt. Yeah, absolutely. He whooping her tail. Um, in my opinion, right? Um, and for the girlfriend children to try to rule the children is wrong. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna definitely get to that. Okay. I read that one. High lies and more lies. He's cocky and ego is bigger than Huntsville because folks never hold him accountable. In my opinion, he's mad because Mel is standing her ground against him. Yes, and lies and more lies. He's not used to that. He's used to Melody covering up for him. He's used to Melody saying, "I'm not going to do that because that's their daddy." And this is really driving him crazy that she choose wisdom over top of titles. That's driving him crazy, okay? She put the daddy card on the back burner and she's using wisdom and allowing God to direct her because ultimately you'll do whatever as a parent, at least most parents, to protect your children. Her job is to protect them. She don't owe Martell shit. And I think he's really, really losing his marbles by her sticking it to him every chance that she get. Okay? Hi, Callie. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you for being here. He is a very dangerous human being. And let's talk about Arion children. Um, Listen, parents ain't no prize, and I don't do kids, right? But she is a little bit too grown for me. I remember when her mom was having a conversation and she was all in the comments, yada, 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 yada. Just like I just told y'all about my 14-year-old who was hearing through the earbuds. I had enough sense to put the earbuds on because I didn't want her to hear the way I was presenting to my checkmates what I was saying. There's some stuff I just, even though they're going to scroll through the internet and see it anyway, I don't willingly want to serve that to them, right? So, but Arion willingly let this little girl parents get on her live and read the comments and talk shit to the people, right? Which I don't feel like it was appropriate. At the same time, she turned around and said, "Oh, parents don't have internet. I blocked this, I blocked that, I blocked." Girl, bye. We don't believe you. Okay. Now, for your grown ass daughter to take her grown ass self and bully those kids is wrong as hell. And I'm so glad that Melody encouraged them to tell your truth because they were able to go home to their mama and say, "She's doing X, Y, Z to me." Now, while y'all might think that shit is funny, that shit ain't funny. And kids know when they being targeted. Kids know when somebody is playing favoritism. Kids know when their parents don't stick up for them. Kids are very intelligent, small, big, or in between. They're very intelligent. So for you, Martell, the daddy, to not incorporate a plan if you were going to have your children around this little danger of a child, right? For not incorporating a plan or have a conversation with her mom. Look, I would hate to have to smack the shit out of her, but she better stop targeting my kids. You see how that worked? Okay. Um, you didn't even have a conversation. It seems like you allow that to continue. And how I know that you allowed it to continue is because here we are months and years down the line, and you are still trying to build with Arion, at least not right now, but you were at some point, which means that you didn't give a damn that this older girl was picking on your children. But I understand why, because you envy the children based off of the decision that their grown behind mother made to leave you. Okay, I understand why you can't swallow that. We get it. We definitely get it. 81 in the chat. Y'all hit the like button. Martell knows it hurts Mel. That's why he's allowing it. I agree. 49 likes, 75 in the chat. Please hit the like button. Let's go, guys. Hit the like button. It's imperative that you do and share the live because I see my notifications are going out very slowly. So go share the live while we're having this conversation. Um, that's bizarre. It needs a restrainer or a women needs a restraining order on her and her daughter. Absolutely. Why should they be subjected to be bullied by both of them? I agree because I can only imagine parents not getting that from nowhere. Her mother's probably mistreating those children. So she's just doing what the hell Martell allowed her mother to do. If you ask me, and in my opinion, he's really mad because God keeps blessing her and making her light shine. I agree. Cricket 22, welcome to the chat, baby. Welcome to the chat. And it is still and is still refusing a court order to get his mental health because he knows the end result is going to be crazy as a motherfucker. Okay, that's going to be the end result. They're going to find out how crazy he really is. So he don't want that shit on paper. He want everybody to keep assuming that he's crazy, and we know he is based off his 45 seconds of rage and turning into five people that he continues to exhibit over and over again. Okay, we know what time it is, so he don't want that to be documented because he know it's going to be a season where they take those children from him completely, and Melanie's not going to have any control over that. But hopefully, he get a judge that's tough on his ass and say, "I told you if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you're going to lose the children for a period of time." Where they're going to mandate his ass to do it, and it's not going to be up in the air. Okay. Um, you are so right. Hi, Shanna. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, I went through the same thing. My ex tried to turn my kids against me. I prayed for peace, and sadly, um, as took him out in less than 2 years. I know that's right. Oh man, that's crazy. But listen, it it's unfortunate, right? But you got to be careful where you keep swinging at because listen, you might swing yourself out and check the hell out, okay? So you got to be careful. We don't wish that, on nobody, but some shit happens, you know what I mean? God got to do it for you because you ain't strong enough to do it. It is what it is, right? But when I hear all these stories, I remember when I was in my last relationship and my daughter is a feisty, I talk about this on my other channel a little bit, but she's feisty. But I know how to handle her because she's always been feisty since she was a little girl. But usually when you're in a fresh relationship and somebody's coming in, children don't usually take to those people. And most people with wisdom and understanding be like, I'm gonna let you deal with her because she, until she open up or whatever. But when you have controlling narcissist people in your circle, they don't oftentimes trust your instincts because they try to be in control of every single thing, right? Um, and I remember it got really, really bad. And he was telling me, like, oh, you need to, send her away and, send her ass to her dad's house for a little bit where she get to learn her lesson. And I said, well, who the fuck gonna teach you the lesson? Who the hell gonna teach you the lesson if I gotta show my 14-year-old at the time a lesson? Who gonna teach you the fucking lesson? Okay, because mine ain't going nowhere. Now, while I was in it and still trying to cope around how the hell I was going to get out of it and still play a little bit with it, I knew enough, and I thank God for enough strength to say, no, thank you, my child's not going anywhere. Okay, now the only person that's going to be leaving here would be you. Okay, but it's definitely not going to be my child. But I think back to if I didn't defend my child, where would she be today? So I thank Melody for being the parent that she is. And she continues to step in for those children and be their voice of reason and that's their safe place where they're able and comfortable enough to come back and say to her, hey mom, Arion's daughter is bullying me. Hey mom, dad put soap in my mouth. Or hey mom, dad put hot sauce in my mouth. Or he punched me, he kicked me, he dragged me, whatever that looked like, choked me out and told me he was going to, he'll off me. The words that was used, and I can't remember them right off the top of my hand, to your own child is crazy to me, y'all. It's so crazy to me. Why you want to do your children like that? Why you want to talk to your children like that? That is so weird to me. Now, do we all get frustrated? Absolutely. You better go sit your ass over there, right? Absolutely. But one thing for certain and two things for sure doesn't mean that we are willingly going to treat them like grown men and women. That shit was not cool at all. Blue Sky Shopper, what's up, baby? Welcome to the chat. When the piece, wait a minute. When that piece was on Tasha. He praised that bully of being smart. He sure did. No compliments for his own kid. You're so right. He refused to give them anything because they are connected to Melody, and because he refused to give Melody any credit in that segment of being a great mother, or she pays for all the stuff and holding him out when he can't afford it. He decided to praise Paris instead of his own children, who's doing a phenomenal job out here. And even when I think it was Mariah just won the trophy, um, he was like, she did good. No, nigga, she won the whole shit. Can you say congratulations? Like, it's just a whole bunch of bull. 86 in the chat, y'all hit the like button. Um, it's either about the prolonging the case for dollars, or they all knew Martell from high school and college football. I'm from a small town and they protect good athletes, crook small cities. Wow. Hi Jazzy J, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, we have to get some laws changed to protect women. Oh man, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you because this ain't working for me. All right, so what are some of the other things that was said? Let me see if I can pull it up. So we talked about the hot sauce. We talked about, excuse me, we talked about we talked about him giving the kids the phone to see that their mother was out on a date. Um, we talked about, I think they said that he was choking Tink. I wish I would have highlighted this, but like I said, I don't feel my best, so I really did not. And I'm going off the top of my dome. But whew. And also they said that the children are not to be questioned or discuss the child's testimony with the child, nor discuss the case with the child. Imagine that. Y'all know Martell was like, see what your mom did to me? See what she did to me? Excuse me. See what your mom did to me? She tried to take me out of here. This is what your mom did. And if your mom didn't do this, it will be okay. Y'all, we'll be in a good space. We'll all still be together. I could imagine the shit that came out his mouth when he was talking to those kids, okay? Um, let's see. And they said that they want the kids to basically, the fullest extent possible for the conflict between the parents, they should be made to be confidence of the parents. Okay, so they basically don't want one another talking about each other to the children, which makes sense, right? First child, both parents shall encourage the minor children to love, respect, and honor. Excuse me. Both parents shall encourage the minor children to love, respect, and honor the other parent. Neither of them shall um, attempt to. I gotta blow it up, y'all, because I can't see it. Um, diminish the affection of the minor children for the other parent, um, or allow others to. Okay, so they don't want others to basically talk for them. They want the parents to probably work it out between themselves. Parents understand and agree that the designation of the father and the mother, or similar designation, shall refer to each of them only, and not to the third parties. Okay. Um, let me see if I can get to the meat of this thing here. Um, okay, it's not really on that page. Hitting the children and hurting Tank. Yeah, I saw that on the last page, but like I said, I should have highlighted it, but I don't feel my best, so I didn't do the highlighting. But I know that it says something about him choking Tank of some sort. That's crazy to me. You know how big Martell is? He's a big motherfucker, okay? For you to put your hands on little behind Tank, because what? And I think he told him he was going to off him, right? Is that what I heard? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I heard, which left a lot of bloggers speechless, heartbroken. How do you come back from this, guys? How do you come back from it? Um, Hi, Angela. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Mel doesn't talk about him, and he is so worried about Mel. I agree. um, I definitely agree. Let's see. I don't want to keep y'all waiting while I'm reading. I don't really want to read like all of this, and I don't want to say too much that will jeopardize the channel. But anyway, let's just skip around. So basically, he choked out, or not choked out, but he basically put his hands on Tank, and that's how he dealt with Tank. And he will off him basically if he didn't know that he would go to jail for it. Okay. Excuse me. Now, Martell, first of all, we can't take you serious. I think you like Punani, okay? The people that like Punani ain't got it in them like that anyway. I think you, not Punani, you like Ding Ding. That's what you like. You don't like Punani. You front with Punani because you're fighting that demon inside of you that really like Ding Ding, in my opinion, right? With that being said, you pick on Tank because you know that he can't really fight you back, but when he get up age, he gonna whoop your ass, okay? And not only that, you pick on Tank because he's defenseless at this point, right? You would never go to a grown ass man and step to him the way you step into Tank, okay? You a sucker, all the way live, you a sucker. And any woman that sits around and watch you torment them children and not stand up for them, her ass is a sucker too. Okay, and I don't have to sugarcoat that. Her ass is a sucker, no good person as well. Okay, I know we missed so much stuff, guys, but it's not highlighted, and the report is like 7 pages long. And I don't want to sit and have you guys on hold while I'm reading it. So I'm not going to try to figure it out. If you guys remember anything, you're more than welcome to type it as well. Let me see. I don't get the judge in this case. Me either. I hope all is going well with you and your family and friends. Yeah, we're trying to make it. I talked about it a little bit in the beginning. When you go back and listen to it, you'll hear it, my dear. Um, the judge seems to need to go. Yeah, I thought they were trying to get rid of this judge at some point. Is this the same judge? I know when I did my first divorce with all the kids, we still have the same judge to this day. And that was 12 years ago. So I guess over here in Jersey, I mean, I'm not sure. We have to petition for the judge to be removed, but whenever you go back to court, you get that same judge for any form of child custody or support of anything of that nature. So I wonder if it's the same thing over there in Alabama. Uh, that clown of a clip saying Mel put him in jail. Clown, you put yourself in jail. Say that again, Liza Moore. He thought Mel would continue to let him bully her behind the scenes and do nothing. Sure, he did. Yup, he is giving P. Diddy vibes. Tell him again, Patrice. I'm good. Thanks. Exactly. Yeah. So that's really all I have for you guys. I know I missed a lot, but I don't feel my best, and I don't feel like looking through all the paperwork. It is sad. It is unfortunate, and I'm praying for this whole entire situation. Martell, I will get on here and drag your ass every chance I get because you deserve it. I'm not going to shut up. Neither are my checkmates. They're going to keep tagging me and stuff. They're going to keep sending me stuff, and we're going to keep talking about it because this is not the time that we need to be silent. We should be blasting his ass just like they blasted that whole clip of Melody with that substance in her hand. We still don't know what the hell it is, okay? With that substance in her hand, trying to make her out to be somebody that she was not, when really she reached her breaking point with your ass and she was giving you the same shit that you was giving her for all them years, and you just didn't like a taste of your own medicine, okay? So we need to tag every social media outlet as well as he did, and when he did his shit, right? And get it out there. The monster is on the loose. Does that make sense? Nobody has to sugarcoat that, and we don't give a damn about how he feel. And he's saying y'all need to be careful what y'all report because that takes food out of my kid's mouth. Nigga, you ain't even buying the food. Part of the damn court documents, Melody is dropping food off of you. As a matter of fact, they said that you keep moving over and over again. Yeah, you don't even have no type of stability, okay? You got multiple women around the children. You moving from place to place, from place to place. You can't feed the children when the hell they get there. Tell me why you even want the children with you. You should just tell Melody to keep the kids. She got to deliver food. You got multiple women at your house. So only thing you want to eat for dinner or lunch or breakfast would be coochie. That's what you want to eat. You don't even want to feed the kids really nutrients, right? You just want to feed them coochie. Okay, listen. Listen, you want to eat coochie and that fills you up, so you forget to feed the kids the regular food. Man, listen, I'm gonna log off of here because I can't. Okay, I don't even feel well to drag the rest of you for today. Okay, he took her money. How would you feel? Exactly. Get the hell out of here. He lucky that's all he got. Yes, it's very sad. Absolutely, preach. I got you, boo. In my opinion, CK is going to make her seem like the aggressive, the aggressor in GV this season. Yeah, I agree too. I think so too. Hi, Stephanie. How are you, baby? Welcome to the chat. Feel better, Shar? I definitely will. I'm going to basically take a nap and get some meds in me now. At least I'm going to try. I think I got like a couple hours before those other children, 2 hours before the other children start coming in. My children don't get home till like after 6:30. So, it is what it is, right? Um, Hotel is not an adult in his mind. I agree. He doesn't have any money. Nope, broke as hell. What if Mel had multiple men around the kids and couldn't feed them? Exactly. He would have a whole problem with it. He took her money. How would you feel? Okay, I read that one. Not keeping up. Let me see. But if the fans are not keeping up, they will not know that, and it will label Mel as the DV versus Martell. I agree. Um, I agree. Thank you so much. Drink some hot tea. I'm on it, Belle. I'm on it. Hope you feel better. Thank you so much. Listen, guys, that's my time, and I love you, checkmates, and there's nothing you could do about it. And remember, don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye.